3, 2, 1, engage. To all my real fans, yes, this is really me. I'm back. VladBrad is with another real talk episode. You're thinking, dude, where you been? Like, you've been gone really long this time. Well, yeah, I've been really busy, taking care of a bunch of business, and then I'm in the transition of moving. Everything's working out really well. But of course, my fans, I haven't forgot about you guys. I appreciate you guys for listening to this, for listening on other podcasts, making me successful to a certain degree. With that being said, let's get into this. Let me see, how do I KBL PLOC, thank you all for rocking with me in the road of Mad VladBrad.
This is gonna feel real good, alright? Most dope. Everybody please put a thumb in the air.
I have a hot show for you guys. For those who've been waiting patiently, I have a hot show. This is gonna be fire. Absolute fire. So yeah, let's get into this. Okay, first off, here's what I want to say first off, right? I have a hot show, so much to talk about. Everything's been going on. I'm gonna tell you guys a little bit more about life. I have some trending topics. This time I have 2 trending topics technically, but I mean, I'm not going to gear my show around trending topics. I'm definitely going to talk about what I've been talking about, the subject matter, about personal issues and everything else and stuff about, could possibly help you. But let's get into it. First, I want to say, again, thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for kind of supporting me. I got to say that. I mean, you guys are awesome for that. I've been gone for a long time because, again, I've been moving and I've been taking care of tons of business. And then I'm kind of getting over a cold a little bit. So you guys got to kind of bear with me here. Okay. I'm going to get right into it. First, I'm going to talk about these NBA Finals. I'm not going to go into it like too long, but I'm just going to get my perspective of it and what I think was going to happen. What is it? The Golden State Warriors versus the Toronto Raptors. So giving you guys a quick rough draft on what I think and what I'm giving you my predictions. I think that it's going to be a really good series. Wow. The Golden State Warriors, Steph Curry. Then you have, I think his name Van Vliet, the other guy on the other team. Then you have Kawhi Leonard. These guys. I mean, it's very intense. Golden State, they already lost, but I was not even surprised by it because they have an answer for everything. They got an answer for Toronto Raptors got an answer for Golden State. They have, with the exception of, I don't know if they can answer Durant. They don't have an answer for Kevin Durant, but he's injured. DeMarcus Cousins is playing pretty good for the Golden State Warriors. However, again, I'm not a sports analyst kind of guy, but this is kind of trendy because it's the NBA Finals. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm going to give my perspective about it. Anyway, and I'm not going to talk about this for too long. I'm just going to talk about it for I'm going to say no longer than 10 minutes. So you guys can have my predictions of what I think about it. It's definitely entertaining. This dude, Kawhi Leonard, he's blazing. He's hot. I mean, I don't know about him being the number 1 player in the NBA, but he's definitely a hot player. He's definitely has a massive amount of skill set. And this dude I think he's the Claw. They nickname him the Claw. This dude have insanely long arms and big hands. Now, for somebody like me, right? Again, I'm 6'5", like 205 pounds or something like that, right? And I can jump high, I can do all the dunks and stuff that they on NBA. I can do all that. However, you have them specific players that you see them be like, I don't know if I can do that or not. Like, I look at certain players and say, I don't know if I can do that or not. But the majority I'll say at least 90% of NBA players, stuff that they do, I said, that's easy. I could do that. Pretty much it is. But again, the rare few, like Jordan was one of those rare few. LeBron James, one of those rare few. And who else? Kobe Bryant was one of those rare few. Who else? Tracy McGrady is another one of those rare few. And now this Kawhi Leonard dude, he's another one of those rare few guys that the list goes on when I say the rare few, but he's one of those guys that he does things that I say, I don't know if I can do that or not. This dude is a monster. Just like the Zion Williamson kid that's coming up. Dude is a monster. Anyway, but yeah, I think it's going to be a good series. Like in terms of, I don't think it's definitely not going to be a sweep. Golden State are going to win some games, but you know what? Toronto just might pull it off. The Raptors just might pull this one off, but it's not going to be a sweep. Naturally, I'm on the West Coast. California, I want Golden State to win. I want Golden State to pull this off, but it looks like, based on the skill set of both teams, I think Toronto's going to pull it off, man. I hope that I'm wrong. I really hope that if I'm wrong, I'll be happy to be wrong. But looks like Toronto's going to pull it off. That's just what it looks like. Again, based on the skill set. For example, you have Steph Curry. If Steph Curry gets hot and he gets on fire, then I see then he's unstoppable. When Steph Curry gets hot, this dude is probably the most skilled 3-point shooter that we've ever seen. And if he gets hot and he decides to just light up everything, just blaze up the entire arena, then Toronto's in trouble. But the thing is, will Steph Curry get hot? Well, will he get hot? You know what I mean? Who knows? But then they have an answer for Steph Curry with that dude Van Vliet. I forgot his first name. I think it's Fred Van Vliet. Fred Van Vliet. If he gets hot, and that dude, his 3-point accuracy is insane. So he's the answer for Steph Curry. And honestly, I believe Van Vliet is the reason why he's one of them. He's definitely the backbone to Toronto. So yeah, I see. And then they have that dude Gasol, Mark Gasol. They have Van Vliet, Mark Gasol, Kawhi Leonard, and the list goes on. They have some monsters on that team that's been slept on for all this time. However, even though, let me see, Golden State has Draymond Green, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, the Splash Brothers. They have the Splash Brothers. Speaking of that, they have Klay Thompson and Golden State Warriors have Klay Thompson and they have Steph Curry. Them two alone are the Splash Brothers. And let me tell you what you need to win a championship. For any team, I'm going to tell you what you need to win a championship. I'm going to give you 5 starters that can win a championship, 3-peat back-to-back championships. I'm going to tell you exactly who you need. You take Steph Curry. You take, Steph Curry. You take Steph Curry. You take Klay Thompson. You take your grandma. You take your old drunk uncle. You take some bum that's just got to ask you for change. You take all that's 5 and you have a championship straight up. Like, you know what I mean? That's how good them Splash Brothers are. That's the team that they need with them in order to win a championship. However, in this particular series, they got some stiff competition, man. And I think it's going to be a really good series, but I do hope that I'm wrong. I hope that I'm rooting for Golden State. I really root for Golden State, but I don't think they're going to pull it off, man. I honestly don't. I think that Toronto Raptors are going to take it. I genuinely believe that. Yeah, with Fred Van Vliet swishing every shot that he gets, every time Fred Van Vliet touches the ball, practically he makes every single shot. Then you have this dude Kawhi Leonard with these long pterodactyl arms and these huge hands. You know, he's stealing everything. He's an all defensive player. This dude is insanely good. So yeah, definitely going to be a good series. Looking forward to watching. I think the next game is Sunday. I think Sunday's the next game. But yeah, definitely going to be a good series. I'm looking forward to watching the entire thing. And here's one thing, and for here's my first prediction about it. It's not going to be a sweep. Nobody's going to get swept. So, with that being said, that's enough basketball talk. It's enough basketball talk. I talked about it enough. So yeah, that's the first trending topic. Real talk with VladBrad, back in full effect, and giving you guys my predictions, giving you guys my view on the world, giving you guys VladBrad view on the world. Zach Morrison, let's get it. Another subject I want to talk about. This is kind of trendy as well. Getting the trendy topics out the way. You know why I'm doing that? Because if you notice with entertainment, like whether it's on YouTube, whether it's on television, whether it's on any kind of form of entertainment or something that you have to watch, they always save the best crap for last. Like you have to watch the video all the way to the entire end to get to the nitty gritty, to get to the best stuff. Like I'm switching it all up. I'm getting all the trendy bull crap out the way. I mean, I'm not going to call it bull crap, but I'm going to call it stuff. I'm going to get the trendy stuff out the way now. Talk about that right now. Get that all out the way. And then get to how I feel. Also, before I even say that, before I talk about that, I'm going to talk about the hate talk being reported. I'm going to talk about that. Definitely going to talk about that because in a minute, I'm going to get that. In fact, I'm going to talk about that next. After I'm done talking about the Arnold Schwarzenegger situation, I'm going to talk about that next. Anyway, Arnold Schwarzenegger, I don't know if you guys heard about it. He was in Africa somewhere. I believe he was in South Africa. He was doing a Snapchat. I believe he was uploading a Snapchat, and somebody did a drop kick. Some dude drop kicked Arnold Schwarzenegger into next week. So, okay, for those of you who don't know what happened, let's get to it. Let me explain to you what happened. Here's what happened, right? Arnold Schwarzenegger was doing a Snapchat in Africa. He had a security team around him. I think he was promoting something. He was doing some type of promotion situation he had going on out there. And as he was filming some girl, she was jump roping. She was doing the jump rope, having a good time. And he was putting her on a Snapchat. And while he was putting her on a Snapchat, some dude came and ran along and drop kicked the Terminator. Yes, the Terminator. Who else is he? He's the destroyer of predators. The Mr. Olympia. I think he was a 7-time Mr. Olympia. Yeah, Schwarzenegger was drop kick pretty much. The governator. I will governate you. So can you imagine that, right? Schwarzenegger, yes, I'm going to, keep the jump rope. Yeah, just do the jump roping, the rope and the jumping of the ropes. Yeah, okay, I'm having a good time here. Yeah, I'm going to, I'm going to govern Africa. I'm going to be here and govern it. Yes. So as he was doing that and he was talking, whatever he was saying, some dude runs along, he kicks him. Kicks Arnold Schwarzenegger like a double drop kick, like one of them WWE's wrestling drop kicks. But here's the thing, right? I looked at the video, and when I looked at the video, right, I looked at it and I scoped it out. I looked at it like maybe 3-4 times, 5, 10, 11 million times. And I think the dude tried to get an autograph. Like the dude was standing next to, he was standing not too far from Arnold prior to the drop kick. He was standing not too far from Arnold prior to the drop kick. Then he gets drop kicked. Like, I think he was trying to get Arnold's autograph. Security team probably denied him. I don't think Arnold seen the dude. I don't think Arnold Schwarzenegger seen him. So I think the dude got offended. And this is just my hypothesis. This is not what I'm saying right now. Is not facts in terms of why he did it. I honestly don't have the slightest clue why he did it. So I'm giving you my hypothesis. I'm giving you a theory as to what I believe. I think that, I think he wanted an autograph and the dude got offended that he didn't get autographed. And the dude could have been vaguely mentally unstable. And my phone just rung in the middle of my podcast because I'm doing it from my phone. You probably heard the phone. So what I did, I had to decline a phone call because I'm just that busy. You see what I mean? I'm just that busy. I get phone calls all the time. Maybe I could have turned the ringer off. I don't know, whatever. So anyway, back to the podcast. Again, I'm doing a podcast from my phone. Spare time. Free time. So yeah, anyway, yeah, he get drop kicked. And, he drop kicked. And anyway, I think because he didn't get autographed, so he could have been offended by that. That's why. Or it could have been maybe the dude he was trying to get his followers up. I mean, you have a bunch of clout chasers out there. They want to chase the clout. They want the clout. They chase the clout. Maybe that's why they did it. Maybe that's why he did. He wanted to chase the clout. So he said, here's my 15 seconds of fame. If I drop kick on a Schwarzenegger, maybe my Snapchat will go up. Maybe my Instagram will go up. Maybe my YouTube. Maybe maybe my social media go up. My account will go up. So here's my 15 seconds of fame. Here I go now. So I think maybe that could have been it. But here's where it comes down to, right? Schwarzenegger, if you're hearing this, if you're listening to me, if you can hear this, dude, here's some advice. Fire your security team. Completely get a whole new security team, because that guy shouldn't have been able to get that close to you. Like, he shouldn't have been able to get that close to you. I mean, you're a multi-millionaire. You think you would pay for better security as being a multi-millionaire. You think you would have better, you think you have a more professional entourage. You see what I mean? You're having a good time, not them. But apparently your whole team was having a good time. Not just Schwarzenegger, but all of them are having a good time. They were having a good time. They're chilling, talking to girls, just kind of doing their thing. They're mingling. But you're supposed to be guarding Schwarzenegger. You're supposed to make sure you're securing Schwarzenegger. He's supposed to be your focal point. But he was not you guys' focal points. What happens is, Schwarzenegger gets drop kicked because you guys weren't paying attention. That's what happened. So yeah, and that's facts. That's facts. But here's more facts, right? Here's more facts. I want to say this. Basically, Schwarzenegger is a 70-something-year-old man. That's facts. Like, that's not even a theory. That's not a hypothesis. That's actual truth. It's facts. Schwarzenegger is 70+ years old. And the dude, he didn't knock him down. Like, he didn't knock Schwarzenegger down. He just kind of, Schwarzenegger just kind of like veered to the side. You know, he pushed him with the drop kick. The drop kick put Schwarzenegger. He didn't fall. So yeah, I mean, he's still in good health. From what I understand. So yeah. However, it may be a conspiracy. It may be a conspiracy. I mean, because, it could, I think, yeah, there it is, a conspiracy, because the way when I look at it, you know, the way he drop kicked Schwarzenegger, the way his feet was planted, the way his feet was positioned when he drop kicked Schwarzenegger, it could have been a conspiracy, an attempt, I think it was like some type of, the dude could have been with the Illuminati, right? He was the Illuminati. It was a conspiracy. When he did it, he kicked Schwarzenegger the way he kicked him. I think it was set up, and I think, they were trying to, send a message. Illuminati sent a message to Schwarzenegger saying, yeah, you're not doing what we're telling you. So yeah, we're going to send somebody out there. Okay, go ahead, drop kick him. Okay, go for it. You know what I mean? They got the Illuminati puppet, and they drop kicked Schwarzenegger. Yeah, it was a conspiracy. That's what I believe. Yeah, definitely a conspiracy why they drop kicked Arnold Schwarzenegger, why they did what they did. Yeah, definitely conspiracy without a doubt. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. But here's the thing, right? Yeah, Schwarzenegger definitely hired, better security. And I have so much I can say about that. I mean, I don't think it was right. You don't kick an old dude like that, regardless how you feel. It wasn't right. Regardless who it was, how you feel about him, it still wasn't right. However, some more history on Schwarzenegger. For to understand, back when he was, the governor, of California at the time, it was a guy who was incarcerated. Some guy named Tookie Williams, I believe. He was like a bodybuilder, like Arnold Schwarzenegger. He was like a black bodybuilder guy who was on death row. And giving you some history about Schwarzenegger and his history about being the governor of California. So anyway, yeah, the guy was on death row for like a ton of years. And his from what I understand, he said he was innocent of the crime. I mean, I don't know too much about the crime, what he did. I'm not too familiar with the crime, but I do know he was on death row. I do know that much. So yeah, he did an appeal. His appeal reached Arnold Schwarzenegger's office, and Arnold Schwarzenegger denied the appeal and had the dude executed. Yes, he had the dude executed. So when that happened, I believe Schwarzenegger's from Austria. Austria, they don't believe in death penalty and execution, so they took down Schwarzenegger's. This is Schwarzenegger's hometown. His hometown in Austria. They took down his statues. They took down everything Schwarzenegger like in their town, which was Schwarzenegger's hometown, and they completely ripped down everything that had anything to do with Schwarzenegger because they didn't like the fact that Schwarzenegger didn't give this dude a pardon. Schwarzenegger should have gave the dude a pardon, and that's how they feel. But I have to do my research on it to understand why, I know the basics. I know the basics that Schwarzenegger was the governor. He didn't give the dude a pardon, and thus the dude was executed. So I do know that much. And now you're in Africa and you're getting drop kicked. You see what I mean? So yeah, I don't know if there's any correlation to that. I mean, maybe there is, maybe there's not, but whatever. That's a trending topic, and that's what happened with Schwarzenegger. Give some history about Schwarzenegger. Yes, he was drop kicked. Yes, he was kicked in the back. Yes, it pushed him. That's all facts. As to why it happened, I don't know. I gave my conspiracy theory on it. I gave other reasons why. Maybe it was a social media stunt. Who knows? But that's what happened. And yes, I'm the governor, and I will governate you. And the next time you try to drop kick me, yes, I will governate you. I will governate your town. Yes, I'm Schwarzenegger, the governor. Next topic. Like I said, hate talk being reported. Okay, before I say anything else, I'm going to say this. Real talk with VladBrad. Also, here at KBLP LLC, we love everybody. Yes, we love all of you. We love everybody. We love all of you here at KBLP LLC. So yeah, I want to say that first and foremost. We don't hate anybody. We love all of you. All our listeners, we love all the listeners, and we definitely all the time we show gratitude. We show our appreciation to the listeners. That's what the podcaster does. With that being said, let's get into this. Here's the thing. As to why the situation happened, as to why we were reported, I don't have the slightest clue. Maybe it was because of me. Who knows? Maybe because of somebody else. Who knows? But here's what I want to say. I'll talk to you. I hope you're listening to this. Whoever did the report, I hope you're listening to this. I hope you are. Here's what I have to say to you, whatever. I don't hate you. But you're a hater. You're the one that's a hater. You are. And I'm, you know what I think? I'm going to give another hypothesis, another theory as to why they reported us. And this is just a theory. I think that maybe it's because something offended them, right? For example, I think in one of my podcasts, I talked about how people who don't like to hang up the phone or they'll talk and then they'll talk to you for so long. Maybe it was one of them. Maybe he talking about me. Maybe I was the one. I'm so offended by what he said, so I'm going to report him. I'm going to send a report out because I'm offended by what he said about. He said something hit home with me. Now my feelings are hurt, so I'm going to report. What can I do? I mean, I'm not going to say nothing to him in person. I'm too much of a coward. I'm too much of a jellyback. I'm too much of a wimp. I'm not going to say nothing in person. I'm not going to confront any of them in person. So what I'm going to do? I'm going to report them. I'm going to go to Facebook. I'm going to send a report to Facebook. I'm going to report them. That's what I'm going to report their asses. Yeah, that's what I'll do because I'm probably not in good shape. I probably don't have good genetics. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to send a report out to them. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to report them on Facebook. That's what I'll do. That's probably what happened. They probably was offended by something that I said in terms of, on something I said about common sense. So, and you know what? Speaking of that, just based on the fact that they said that, and I'm assuming it's just a theory. Again, it may not be true, just a theory. But based on the fact that they did that, I'm going to talk about another situation. Now that you're going to, since initially that could be a reason why. I mean, it may not be the actual reason, but it could be a reason. So I'm going to talk about something else. And here's what I'm going to talk about. And they're going to get offended by this too, because this is probably something that they do, something they've done. Again, we love everybody here on KBLP LLC. We love you all. So I'm going to talk about people who will talk to you while you're busy, while you're in the middle of something, while you're preoccupied. We're going to talk about that. That's what we're going to talk about. Say, for example, right? And telemarketers does this, right? Like say, you could be on your lunch break. You're at work. You're in your lunch break and your phone, your phone ring. Hello. Say, hi. Are you looking for good medical coverage? And then stay on the line, stay tuned. And before you know it, like not even 2 seconds later, somebody get on the phone with you. Hi, yeah, I'm calling concerned about your medical coverage. We have this and can cover your medical and this and that. Like, oh, you know what? I'm on my lunch break. I can't talk because, maybe you call me later. Oh, it only take a second. And they want to keep talking to you, right? But the thing is, that's their job. Their job is to annoy you. I mean, so naturally, you can easily hang up in their face and just don't even second guess that. Just hang up in their face, right? I mean, that's their job. However, you have people who isn't their job, like it's not their job to do, and they still do that, right? Let's say you can be in the middle of something. I'm going to give a scenario, right? I'm going to give a scenario. Let's say, okay, like I said, everybody I have a kid, I have a son, and I spend time with my son every so often. I take him places to do stuff with him. I was in a situation where, this dude, right? This dude, I was kind of helping him with a few things in terms of, he asked me for some advice and I gave him some advice, and I talked to him for a long time, and I gave him the advice, right? So then I took my son, where'd I take him? I took him to like Chuck E. Cheese, I believe. I took my son to Chuck E. Cheese and having fun with my son to Chuck E. Cheese. And this really happened. So I don't know if this dude was following me or not. He knew I was a Chuck E. Cheese. I'm assuming because, dude, you don't have any kids. Why are you in Chuck E. Cheese for? If you're an adult and you're in Chuck E. Cheese and you don't have no kid, you're not there with a child, you're a creep. Like straight out, like you're a creep. Anyway, I took my son to Chuck E. Cheese, and so the dude, I knew it wasn't a coincidence. And so the dude, he said, oh, Zach, what's up, man? And this and that. I said, hey, what's up, bro? Oh, you in Chuck E. Cheese? Oh, you have a kid? Oh, no, man, I just wanted to talk to you about something else and this and that. And I said, oh, yeah, dude, I'm here with my son, spending time with my son, man. And the dude didn't give a crap about any of that. Like, he still wanted to talk, right? He wanted to tell me about his problems and situation he was dealing with. And I'm like, and I'm thinking to myself, this dude has no consideration that I'm with my son and I'm trying to be a dad. This dude don't give a crap. You know what I mean? So, here's the thing. When people are that inconsiderate and meat-headed, you just got to cut them off. I mean, I would say cut them off, but you got to either man up and woman up and tell them how you feel. Look, check it out. I think what you're doing is inconsiderate and rude and selfish. Like, you have to say that to them. And for you hater that's listening, for the Mrs. or Mr. Reporter guy, Mrs. Reporter girl or Mr. Reporter guy, if you're listening to this, yeah, go ahead. I'm talking to you too. You're probably one of the people who does that. You're probably one of them. So you're offended. You're probably one of the persons who get on the phone, who have no hanging up since you're probably one of them. So you're offended by what I'm saying. Maybe that's it. I don't know. So go ahead. Yeah, another hypothesis. Another assumption. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. Anyway. So back to what I was saying. You have to man up and let them know how you feel. You can't just let them jerk your time around and everything. And sometimes I think these people know what they're doing. I think they know what they're doing. I don't know. I mean, I think they know what they're doing, but they just don't give a crap about it. Like, they don't care. They think the world revolves around them and they need, you know what I mean? I don't know. Like, here's the thing about me. I know I'm an approachable person. I'm very approachable. Easy to talk to. Easy to look at. Everybody don't have them same qualities physically. Everybody don't have the same attributes in terms of being easy to look at, easy to talk to. Some people are hard to approach. Some people have an intimidating look about them. And I know I don't have that. So, and sometimes people can take advantage of your kindness. Don't let anybody take advantage of your kindness. Don't let anybody take advantage of you having a good heart, because some people, they'll do it. And then when they'll do that, it'll have an adverse effect on you. It'll make you see the world in a pissed off manner. You see what I mean? So definitely don't, if you're a good hearted, kind person, don't let anybody take advantage of it. And, I think that's what this dude was doing to me. He was trying to take advantage of my kindness. I mean, here's what I would do, right? Put me in a situation. Let's turn the tables. First off, if I didn't have any kids, I wouldn't be in a Chuck E. Cheese. No way. You see what I mean? First off, I wouldn't even be in there. Second off, let's assume, let's say you're at the park, right? Let's say I need to talk to somebody about some important business matter. Let's say I happen to run into them in the park, right? And they say, oh man, I'm with my kid. And here's what I'm going to say. Okay, bro, my bad. Go ahead, spend time with your son or your daughter, whatever. We'll talk later, man. I don't want to infringe on your time. So let me go and, my common sense and my consideration for that person, I'm gonna say my apologies for disturbing you. We'll talk later, bro. All right, see you later. Bye. Like that's what I'm gonna do. Me personally, you see what I mean? But a lot of people don't have that good common sense. They don't have the good courtesy. They don't have enough. What do you say? I don't know. I can't even think of other words to even utilize to even say what kind of people they are. But it's not even just that. You could be in the middle of something. Let's say you're fixing your car. Let's say your car, you're fixing your car, and the thing is, time is of the essence, and that's one thing you can't get back is time. You can't get that back. So you got to use your time. You have to use it wisely. So say you could be fixing your car and somebody approach you. Oh yeah, man, this, that, or whatever. And they want to talk to you about something. And you're like, dude, I'm trying to fix my car. Can you please make it short? Because if you don't tell them to make it short, they're going to keep going on and on. You know what I mean? They're not going to stop because they're that inconsiderate. You see what I mean? So yeah. With that being said, definitely have to talk about that. People taking up your time when they know that you're busy. Avoid such people. And if you talk to them and you let them know what they did and they still turn around and do it, then you cut them off. Give them a chance. Everybody deserves a second chance, I think. However, if they continue to do that after you told them, cut them off. Leave them alone. So, done with that subject matter. Done with that. Next subject matter I have to talk about. The thing is, I brushed lightly on this subject, but I haven't really conquered it completely. I didn't really go too in depth about it, but I'm going to talk a little bit more about this subject matter. And that's addictions. As human beings, people. Okay, here's the thing. As human beings, regardless what nationality you are, regardless your gender, regardless your age, here's one thing as human beings we all have in common. We all become addicted to something at one point or at a time. Like we're subject to addiction. Excuse me. We're subject to being addicted to something, whether it be, it could be anything. You said, I mean, whether it be, drugs, alcohol, it could be like, video games, it could be food and etc. We're subject to being addicted to stuff, painkillers and different things we're addicted to. And the reason I'm talking about this particular subject matter, because it hit close to home with me. I have a half brother, and he became addicted to crystal meth. Yes, he became addicted to drugs. Crystal meth definitely became. That's what it was. But he started off. Lightly. He started off. First it comes with peer pressure. The thing about me, I'm my own man. I've always been a leader, always been my own man. And what I mean by my own man, you guys know, I've talked to you about me not having a father in my life, so I had to learn things the hard way a lot of times. And I just thank God that I didn't become addicted to anything in terms of, I've always had real good common sense. I always knew if I felt something was going to harm me, like I didn't want to have nothing to do with it. You see what I mean? That's just me personally. But anyway, with him, it started off with he started, experiment with alcohol here and there because he was hanging out with friends, for to understand, when he was a teenager. And that's how it start off skipping class. Okay, hey, we're going to ditch today. We're going to go skip class. We're going to come roll with us. We're all cool. Okay. Oh yeah, let's do it. Let's skip class. And we're going to go drink and get high and this and that or whatever. Like that. It started off with that, right? It went to that. And then, he kind of just started experimenting with then he kind of started, smoking cigarettes here and there. Again, nothing wrong. Nothing wrong with any of that. It's just long you don't become addicted to it, man, because it can have a detrimental effect on your body if you become addicted to whatever it is you're addicted to. So it kind of started off with that, and it started off with that or whatever. And then he kind of elevated. I guess he wasn't getting enough high from what he was doing. And it went from that to him, starting with ecstasy. He started kind of experimenting with ecstasy, and that wasn't enough. And then as it got older, he started, the crystal meth. Now, and then he became addicted to crystal meth. And it got to the point to where, he started talking to himself. He kind of lost his mind a little bit. No, I mean, not a lot of, he lost his mind a lot of bit, a whole lot of bit, lost his mind a lot. Started yelling to himself, saying weird stuff. Like he's seeing the sun above his head. Like, and I'm like, dude, the sun's not even out. It's like, it's 10 p.m. at night. Where's the sun at? But, he just kind of just started losing and started talking to himself because, the drugs had like a detrimental effect on his brain. And it just really, so right now, not too long ago, I had to call a 24-hour mental health service hotline and I had him committed. I mean, it wasn't against his will. I mean, he said he needed the help. He said he needed the help, and so I definitely helped him out. I did that, and right now he's in like in a mental ward, and they're treating him. So addiction can be, it's definitely a serious issue that I have to talk about. Because it hits home with us regardless of what it is, and that's just one type of addiction. Drugs, that's the one type of addiction, but that's not the only addiction. People get addicted to different other things, whether it be porn. Porn is another addiction people get addicted to, another addiction. And I'm going to talk about a few addictions. I'm going to talk about a few of them. Okay. How can I say, right? Like food. Food is another addiction, and that's why people become morbidly obese. They can't help but to eat, and it raises your blood pressure. You get diabetes and different stuff happens to people who are addicted to food, and it's just like and it's out there, man. And it sucks. I mean, everybody needs to make money, to make a living. So it's a bunch of temptations out there when they come to food. I mean, and thing is, I love food. I love to eat. Myself, I mean, I'm a food junkie. I love food. However, like example, when I'm done with this podcast, I was thinking about food most of the time when I was doing a podcast. Right now, when I'm doing this, but there's a bunch of temptation out there, and and to get, to be marketable, to market the food, and with the double cheeseburgers and the chili cheese fries and et cetera, the ribs, the pizzas, and everything else, you name it. But I think people should eat in moderation, man. I mean, because that's another thing that hit home with me as well. I have people I'm close to who are addicted to food, and they just and it's really having an adverse effect on them. It's having a negative effect on them physically, And I mean, again, I'm another person who loves food a lot. It's just the thing about me, I just so happen to be in good shape, and I have a high metabolism. So honestly, it don't affect me. But still, my heart goes out to people who have addictions. God bless you all, man. I mean, but yeah, definitely, food is another addiction that people are addicted to. And that's something I've seen people get addicted to that really, and alcohol is another one. I've seen people addicted to alcohol, people that I know dearly, who I'm close with. I've seen, alcohol addictions, and it has effect on the liver. And, it really, it's crazy, man. It really is. But I'm going to talk about, here's another addiction that people have that I'm going to touch bases on. I'm going to touch bases on this particular addiction. And what I'm talking about is social media. Social media is an addiction as well. And I'm seeing people's addiction with the social media. I talked about this, but I'm going to talk more about it because it is an addiction. It's an unhealthy addiction. Some would say, "Oh, it's not hurting anybody." It's not. And my mom is addicted. She's addicted to social media. She's one. She's addicted to it. And here's the thing, right? Like Facebook, Instagram, and etc. You'll see somebody, they'll post something, like they'll post, like, okay, this is my friend. Let me support him. Let me give him a heart. Let me give him a heart. And here's what social media does. Just like any other drug, are you addicted to? I'm going to burst your bubbles. And by people are addicted to social media, I'm here to burst your bubbles really quick. Here's something that you get in social media. Facebook, especially. Here's what, and you're not the only one who gets this. Just so you know that I'm going to burst your bubble in case you're thinking you're the only one. Here's what you get. Facebook will send you something, say, they'll send you a congratulations, right? They'll say, congratulations, you got such and such a many hearts. You got this many hearts and likes. Congratulations. And they'll say how many hearts and you got in a month or whatever. They'll send you that. Here's newsflash. You're not the only one getting it. I'm getting it. Zach Morrison gets it. So people who have Facebook, Facebook is going to send you something about, if you haven't got it already, you're going to get it. They're going to send you something saying that you got this many hearts, you got this many likes. Congratulations. And a lot of times this what it does, it releases endorphins in the brain. It releases endorphins in the brain, which is an addiction. And you say, oh, I got this many hearts, I got this many likes. Facebook's sending this to me. I'm the only one who gets this. So they're sending this to me. Let me hurry up and let me keep uploading. Let me keep posting so I can get more hearts, more likes, more hearts, more likes. It's an addiction. Also an addiction, like, and they do it like, every 5 minutes. They're posting every 5 minutes. They're, and they're hoping for likes every 5 minutes. Every 5 seconds, not even that, every 5 seconds they're posting. They're uploading every 5 seconds because they have an addiction. You're addicted to it. And the thing is, yeah, this addiction not hurting anybody physically. However, I'm going to tell you what it is hurting. It's hurting your time. It's hurting your time is what it's hurting. It's hurting because, instead of being on social media for long as if you're getting paid from it, that's different. If you're a vlogger and you're getting paid, okay. But if you're not getting paid from it, then it's taking up your time. It's taking up your valuable time. You could be making money with that time. And that's just another form of addiction, so I'm talking about addiction. And again, I see people addiction play out on social media. I see it play out in real life. I definitely see the people, so I definitely have to touch basis on it. And I think it's unhealthy, definitely unhealthy. I think that, for those, it's a growing epidemic kind of addiction, in terms of the social media addictions, whether it's Instagram, whether it's like, the thing is, I post, like, I'm a poster, like I post up on my social media. I post up on Instagram. I post up of course, on YouTube. I post up on KBLP LLC. I post up on my Facebook. However, the thing about me, I don't post up a whole bunch. You know what I mean? Like, maybe once a month I may upload a new profile picture, maybe. And I don't do a whole lot of posting, but I do post, but for those who post every 5 seconds, every 5 minutes, you have a problem. You need to seek help. You see what I mean? Like, and again, I send my support. I send my support to those who I think, deserve it. I mean, people who support me, I try to support them back to the best of my ability. But if you post every 5 seconds, I can't keep up with all your crap. So for those who do, for those that I do support, if I don't like and heart all your crap, that's because I can't keep up with all of it. You see what I mean? It may not come up in my feed, but I try to support as much as I can. But but just be careful with your addictions, man. Just be careful. Be careful, and try not to let it consume your time. You see what I mean? That's the best advice I can give you. Honestly. So yeah. With that being said, I want to share last thing really quick because I'm about to end my podcast in a second, but I want to share one last thing. Speaking of my Instagram, if you look on my Instagram, I have a picture. I uploaded a few pictures in my Instagram. For those who don't know, it's VladBrad world. Wait a minute. It's VladBrad _world_1. That's right. VladBrad _world_1. So I uploaded a few pictures on my Instagram. There's a picture of this guy named Minx on there, and it's another guy named Big Ja on there. And I'm gonna share something funny, right? I was in a gym not too long ago, and I recognize them. These dudes have millions of followers, and on YouTube they got on YouTube and Facebook they have about tens of millions of views. The dude, the YouTube channel. They have YouTube channel. One guy called Minx have thousands upon thousands of subscribers, and the dude named Minx and the dude named Big Ja. His YouTube channel called Big Ja, and he's also on Facebook. They basically do like funny skits on their channels or whatever. So, I was in the gym and the dude, funny, this This actually happened. I don't say nothing that don't happen. Everything I talk about, it actually happened. You know what I mean? So anyway, so the dude, you see people on television, or you see him on like, on YouTube, whatever, or any kind of, you see them on TV somehow, like on Instagram or any kind of social media. If you see them in a entertainment, like, right, TV add 10 pounds and make people look bigger and everything else. So anyway, the dude, Big Jaw, right? I'm gonna talk about him first. He's a big black dude, like a big, heavy set, dark, black, bald headed dude. And, again, I'm 6'5". I'm like 6'5". I'm a tall dude. But this dude, I recognize him immediately. This dude is big in real life and on YouTube. I mean, in terms of big, I mean physically. The dude was the biggest dude in the gym. He's a heavy set, big black dude. So, and he got some funny skits. So I recognized him. I said, "Oh, dude!" But when I was working out, so I went to finish my workout. So I wasn't going to approach the dude at first. I wasn't going to approach him. I wasn't going to say anything. And I said, I'm not going to say anything or whatever. And I'm just gonna do my thing. So when I was in the locker room, people they have a tendency to gossip and do a bunch of talking. So they say, hey, that's that dude that be on he uploaded a bunch of stuff on YouTube and Facebook. This dude got tens of millions of views. Like people are talking, you see him upstairs? Yeah, he upstairs. Yeah, and then the locker room talking about it. And then the locker room talking about it. Like, I'm not a gossiper. I don't do all that talk. I said, just because these dudes are talking, I'm about to approach this guy. I'm going to approach him. So yeah, when I went to, initially I was going to approach him, so I did, I approached him because they were afraid, because the dude, he's an intimidating big guy. He's a big intimidating guy, scary looking guy. You see what I mean? So they were afraid to approach the dude. But the thing about me, the dude is about my height. He's about 6'5" maybe. And I'm going to be real. I'm going to be so 100% real. Maybe a little taller. He may be a little taller than me. You see what I mean? But he's about like 4 of me. In terms of weight, he's about 4 of me, at least. You see what I mean? So, and for those who don't believe me, go look at my Instagram. Go look. I took a picture with him. You see what I mean? I took a picture with him, and I took a picture with him. So I approached him. I said, "Yeah, bro." He had his earphones on, and initially he kind of gave me like a frown, looking at me. And but the thing about me, here's the thing, right? I fear no man. I fear no man. You see what I mean? So like, I approached the dude, all 205 pounds of me approached this dude. Could have been like 400 plus pounds. I don't mean, the dude is huge. So anyway, big black dude, big dark black dude, bald headed. So I approached him and I said, "Yeah, bro, I seen your YouTube stuff, and I seen your stuff on Facebook. Yeah, bro, I'm kind of a fan. Your stuff is pretty cool." He's, "Oh yeah, thanks, man. Okay, cool." And then we're talking, and people looking at us talking. The guys that were down there gossiping, they're looking at me talking, they're looking at him, and they're looking at me. But when he look over, they look away because they're scared. But here's the thing, right? If the dude would have got smart, if he would have acted crazy, if he would have like talk reckless to me, I would have talked reckless back. I would have been like, "Hey, bro, check it out. You don't have to get all smart and talk crazy," because again, I'm confident in my ability. You see what I mean? Like, and I'm a man, just like you're a man. So I mean, I'll just approach the dude respectfully. And he was real cool, real down to earth, cool guy, real chill guy, and we had changed information and everything, and which is pretty awesome. And then Minx, another guy named, he said, "Yeah, Minx is over there." So I went and talked to Minx. Minx was a really cool guy, really down to earth dude. And, they were really respectful, man. And I enjoyed their content. It was really awesome meeting both of them. I mean, I got love for both these dudes. So yeah, that really happened. Really funny story. So if you want to go check that out, definitely go look on my Instagram, check it out. And you see the pictures of me and them on there. So yeah, really cool story. Definitely have to share that with you guys. So, thank you guys for listening to me. I'm out of time. I'm out of time. So hit my theme music, please. I'm out of time. So, thank you guys for listening to me. Another awesome podcast. You guys are awesome. And again, here at KBLP LLC, we love all of you guys. We love all of you. We don't hate anybody here. Go to my YouTube, check that out. You know, the World of VladBrad. Again, I already put up my Instagram. You guys know that. Also, check me out right here on KBLP LLC. And with that being said, I am gone. Trying to get so much that I can't keep count. New kicks give me cushion like whoopee.